Hey guys.
Hey.
Welcome to Real and Raw with Tasha.
And Angela.
And today we're back and we have a special guest. Steve is back on with us today for our Valentine's special. Welcome back, Steve.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Honor to be back on your show, on your podcast again. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. Thank you for having me again.
Yes, awesome. We're so excited. And Steve has his own uh, social. So if you can give us what your Instagram is, what your YouTube is, so people can go out there and find you.
You can find me at King_Stevie, STEVIE. You can find me on other platforms, Speaking Stevie.
All right. And tell us a little bit about what your podcast and what your YouTube channel, what it does for you.
Mostly about motivation, positivity, working out, fitness, different topics. I'm starting to do reactions, just playing around with, see what works and see what people like and react to. Trying different things just to get people attention and, do something productive in my free time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love your motivational quotes that you give and your motivational morning messages. I think that they're important. When you're scrolling down your timeline and you find some positive messages, I think it definitely helps. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I didn't really realize, sometimes people watching, sometimes people don't like or give me feedback. And then one time I had a friend, they're like, oh, why you didn't post today? They're like, yeah, you been posting a morning quote. And I'm like, you never liked it? They're like, oh, I never liked it, but I still look at it. So it made me like more like realize like you never know who's watching or who's paying attention.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And being consistent. I know that, you messaged us when we went on a month hiatus in January and you were like, guys, where's your episode?
I was on my way to work and I'm like, here's the podcast.
Yeah. So it definitely encourages, the host, like me and Angela, to stay on top of it. Sometimes life happens, which causes us to.
You both a mom, you both have kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this episode should be really interesting from our last episode. A lot has changed in my life since, you were on our episode, a couple episodes ago. How's everything with you? Has anything exciting happened? Are you dating now from our last episode? You were covering yourself and focusing on self-care and self-love. So tell us any updates?
Well, I became an uncle recently. My sister had a baby.
Oh, congratulations.
She's about 10 days old. She's born the 2nd. So it's pretty cool. I've never been an uncle before, so it's something new. Dating, I've talked to people, but there's nothing clicked. Like it was not a connection. Like I guess maybe I'm looking at the negative first, but I also believe in reciprocated energy. Like let's say I say good morning to you. Like if the next day you don't say good morning to me, I'm gonna think something. So it's like I kind of test it too, because like I won't say good morning to see if they say good morning. So it's like I need someone that's gonna match my energy.
Yeah.
So until I get that,
you see, match the energy.
Yes.
We had an episode, regarding that, and we were having a little debate because Tasha was like, "No, you could explain."
Because we're matching energy. I get it. But for me, I'm more of the aggressor. So like, I'm not going to wait. If I want to say good morning, I'm going to say good morning. I don't feel like I need to wait for you to say good morning back. I feel like those are like games that I really don't have time in my mind to play. So
I agree to a certain extent, but to me it's a test because it's like, all right, let's say I say good morning to you 6 days in a row. The 7th day, you're gonna be like, why you didn't say good morning to me today? And what if today, that's one morning I didn't say good morning to you? It's the one day I'm having a bad morning that maybe I forgot. Maybe you saying good morning to me would change my day, my mindset. I'm like, oh wow,
That's true, and that's definitely a different perspective from what us females go through, right? Because in our head, we're like, wait, he's changing up. I was just talking to a girlfriend yesterday, actually, and she was stating she had started talking to this guy, and he established a routine of texting every morning. And then, like one morning, he didn't text her, and she was flipping out like, oh my goodness, I'm not going to text him, whatever. And I'm like, calm down. You don't know if he had a busy day at work or if he just had a bad morning. You don't know.
I mean, I know he spoiled her with the good mornings, but you never know. Like sometimes it's not gonna be 100, sometimes it's gonna be 80-20, sometimes 50-50. But I need to see, like, even in the talking phase, how you are, that you're equal. If you're not even talking 50-50 in that phase, I don't even think it's worth pursuing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a good way to look at it. And that's why we wanted to have you on this episode, Steve, because it's so important to get a male's perspective. Us as females, when we don't get that text message on the seventh day, we think you out here schooling somebody else or you started a routine with somebody
No,
else.
I'm having a bad day. I'm on the phone, maybe work, maybe I'm dealing with the mother of my kids or another situation over here. It could be anything, that could come up that, it just really slipped my mind. I could have overslept. I could have did a double that night and slept that in that morning.
So let me ask you this. If those things could have happened or would have happened, if the girl would have approached you and said, like, what's going on today? I feel like you didn't hit me up. Are you good? Would you be honest with her and kind of let her know, like, I just got to argue with my baby mother, or
I feel like it depends on the comfortableness of me talking to her. I would, like, I had a situation, something came up, and I'll let and I don't know, depending on the details in the relationship, I feel comfortable with that woman. I'll tell her more details to that extent of what it would be. But I'll let her know, like, yeah, something came up, something happened. I apologize. It's not personal toward you. It's just I had something. Like the last girl, I'll give you an example.
Because you're just sitting there looking. Because I'm sure you're going through situations like that as well, where like the guy's energy changes. Maybe
I could see, like, if it was 2 days consistent, maybe, or something like that. But like maybe one day, it's like, all right. I'll give you an example. One person I was talking to, and they didn't say good. They would say, they actually was saying good morning to me every day, which was different. I never had that before. And then the one day they didn't say good morning to me, I said good morning to them. They didn't write me back for the whole day, like literally 24 hours. They said I had a family situation yesterday, and then they wrote me back. And then I wanted to know more information, but I felt like we weren't even at that stage for me to be opening business. But it did make me look at them different. Like, all right, I'm not gonna give them that much effort or that much energy. Like,
why? Because
I mean,
of that one situation?
Because we just started talking. You went a whole 24 hours without talking.
You see, that's what people don't understand, that people got lives, okay?
No, and that's cool, but it was weird to me. Like, I was already thinking, like, she probably has someone. And then I kind of was another red flag. And it's like, I can't ignore the red flags. Like, I'm about to be 30 soon. And the type of woman and marriage and life I want, I got to be very, like, you got one chance. And it's like, if you fucking
everyone's situation is different, because we have people that are actually, have a job that requires their attention completely, so they can't really, give attention to whoever they talking to. Or,
but 24
we have
hours,
people that are mothers, that have single mothers. I could put myself in that, and my life is, my day is busy. So, if I give you my time of day, you're special, because it's really busy,
I'm not disagreeing with that. But it takes like 2 seconds to say good morning. It takes 2 seconds in the night. How was your day? Even if you're that busy, you do that. We all got 24 hours in a day.
I absolutely agree, because me and Angela was having this conversation. Remember, Angela? And I was like, I have 4 children. If I'm able to send a text message, good morning, something as simple as good morning, and it might not even be like a full good morning, it might be GM. If I'm able to send you a GM text message, you should be able to respond back. So I do agree with you.
Good morning. Have a good day. You busy? At the end of the day,
you know how many times it happened to me that someone texts me and I was writing it and I never sent it. Yeah. And I thought I had sent it. That happens too. No, don't give me that look, Steve. Don't give me that look, because it does happen. So yeah. I just want to put it out there.
It does. I mean, Angela, she's a little different than, I guess, because you let your children play with your phone. So there's even times that I've called Angela.
Yes.
My god kids would answer the phone and she would never know about it because they answer and then they hang up and like continue with something.
I have no problem with none of that as long as you communicate. It's fine. But I don't know.
But she did communicate with you, didn't you say?
Like 24 hours later, but it was already all right.
Okay, but in that 24 hours, did you text her again?
Yes. No. I texted good morning. Why would I text you again if usually you have a follow-up conversation? You didn't text me for the whole 24 hours. But it was the other red flags too.
Mm-hmm.
She said, that she lived alone and this and that. We never talked on the phone. I thought that was weird. Like they don't talk when they get out of work. They don't talk to me either. Like it was just weird. They only talked to me while they was at work. I just thought that was weird. It was just a lot of red flags. I was just like, all right, this is not gonna work.
How did you, from all those red flags, why did we even continue?
That was the final straw. Like that was the final red flag. It was like, all right, I'm not bugging now. Now I know it's not going nowhere. Like it's
stagnant. Yeah.
Time to go.
Keep controlling the narrative.
I'm being quick. Like I cut it off quick because it's like I don't have time for that stuff no more. Like I'm gonna be 30, so like I gotta get to it. Like I need somebody to match the piece of the puzzle. Like if you're not, then I can't. The perfect relationship is built. It's not create. You build it. You can't. If you show me like this level in the beginning, God knows what you do later when times is hard, things get serious, things are struggling.
So how did you meet? So since the last time we were on the podcast and now like the females that you've been meeting and interacting with, how did you meet them?
It'll be like the supermarket.
Really? Okay.
I want to say the supermarket, like, or maybe like somewhere I'll go to eat. It'll be like weird, like it'll be like a weird conversation, and then they're like, "Oh, let's exchange social media."
That's where I would meet my soulmate, in the damn supermarket. I be at the supermarket all the damn time. It's not even a club or bar anymore. Supermarket. Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least you didn't say any dating sites. Like I know people that are trying
to meet you in person. I mean, it's okay. Those are cool. Don't get me wrong. But me personally, I need to meet you in person. I need to know that you're real. I need to.
No catfish, right? No.
Yeah, like that. I mean, listen, it's not. It works for some people. For me, I need to see you in real life first. I need to know you.
Yeah. So I find that for me, like, okay, so a lot has changed since, we were on the podcast last. I moved into my own place. So now we're not living in the same,
What?
She was serious about this whole thing. I wasn't playing.
The last time too, because I was like, I don't know if I would talk to a girl who said she was married and live in the same house as us. So like that's saying that, I'm like, damn, nah, it's serious. Like, oh man, that breaks. How do you like it?
So I managed to like move out, and it was a really hard situation for us, for myself and the kids, because it was very abrupt. We didn't really have a time frame. It was something that happened. There's a lot of in between that has happened, but to say that now I'm in a better place, and of course that's why we took a hiatus, is because my life was a little hectic at the time. But saying that, going into Valentine's and going into like dating, if dating was an option for me, I have had people approach me, but I feel like now there's a lot of non-negotiables, right? Like I feel like people approach me and they have so much baggage and so much drama that I'm not ready for. So I feel like I'll be very difficult to date. Because
don't think like that though. You can't think like that. Let them decide that. And
that's crazy you say that, because they do have baggage, but yet you also have baggage.
I do.
So that's
I don't really focus so much on my baggage as much as their baggage.
So that's kind of not fair for the guy.
I know.
But you gotta find somebody that baggage you feel like that's worthy of carrying.
Exactly. That's the thing.
I was watching not too long ago because I've been on a self-love journey. and it was a woman. She was talking about boundaries versus standards. Like, what are your boundaries and what are your standards?
Mm-hmm.
And basically, she broke.
And I don't know that yet. Like I'm at this point now, like if I'm talking to somebody and it just rubs me the wrong way, like someone approached me and they were honest with me and told me about their situation and they're like, yeah, so my ex put a restraining order on me or something. And that was like a red flag. Like like wait a minute. I'm not ready for that. So there were certain things that were like red flags for me where it was like, I'm not leaving my marriage, my current marriage, and to to go into something that has a lot more. And then if I find that someone's actually looking for a wife, I'm not ready to get married again. I'm not even divorced. I'm going through the process, but I'm not. So if someone tells me that they're looking for a commitment to someone that they could potentially marry, well, I'm not ready for that. So I would kind of like let you know in advance, like these are things I'm not ready for. And I don't feel like it's fair to lead you on to a path that I know I'm not going down, right? Like it's better that I tell you now and you move on to the next person than to sit here waiting for me.
Are you not interested in marriage at all, or
right now? No. Right now, no.
So what are you okay with right now?
Casually dating. Maybe
like
dating. I'm not okay
exclusive?
with if someone tells me that they're ready for a commitment, I definitely want to be conscious and say, listen, because we are older. And a lot of older people are like, they know what they want. And it's great that they know what they want. Like they want kids. I have 4. I don't know if I'm ready for that right now. You understand? So like there's few things that I'm like, I'm nice enough to see it and say, okay, you deserve so much more and I can't give that to you. So
That's interesting. I'm really happy for you. Like your energy, like your confidence, like you're glowing. It's a lot. Like I said, you gotta master your boundaries, your standards. I feel like you got out of something so serious, so it's gonna take a while for you to want that. But I feel like when you come across that right person, they're gonna make you feel like that's everything you ever wanted. You're gonna wanna commit. So I feel like you feel that way now till you meet that person.
yeah. And you're probably right. I definitely think maybe that's what it is. I think I'm going like people that are approaching me now is way too soon to approach me. I think we gotta go like double back to that self-care, that self-love, and finding out like what that means to me before I even move into another relationship where I can give or where the person is expecting me to give something that I don't know if I can give. So I
I would say too, like I know a lot of people when they get out of long-term relationships, they're kind of scared. Just take your time. Tell the person you're talking to if you're interested in them. Let's take it slow.
definitely,
Let's just get to know you. Let's just be friends. Like I know me, I like to take my time. I'm
yeah,
even thinking about like celibacy. Like the next person I be with, I want to really, really get to know them. I want to be on a deep level. I feel like
I've been taking my time, and I will take my time.
you feel me? I want to really connect, like on a strong connection. I feel like once you get to that level, like even if it happens for me, then great. If it's not, I'm comfortable. I could live with that. I have other things to keep me busy. So when it comes, it comes. I feel like you're gonna attract the right person. I feel like you're gonna manifest them. If I'm doing what I love, eventually somebody's gonna notice me and they're gonna be like, "Hey, I'm over here."
yeah,
And I feel like too, an average person rejects someone who's like perfect for them, like at least once or twice a week.
yeah. Yeah, I definitely feel like the way that I feel for me is that I'm not even when it was for my ex, um, I'm sorry, I'm trying to Zoom is telling me I need to upgrade the account. Unless they're gonna cut us off. But I tried to even for him, when I noticed that he wasn't happy and I wasn't able to give him what he wanted, I basically was like, look, I'd rather you be happy and I'd rather you, if it means it's not with me, then I'd rather you go find that person that you can be happy with. You understand? So like I'm not a selfish person. I'm not going to be with someone just because I want to be with them. I want to make sure that it's reciprocated. We're with each other because we both want this. And if we both don't want this, then I'm going to be respectful enough to say, okay, I can walk away.
I agree. I definitely agree. I feel like we gotta like make normal or normalize like breakups and not on bad terms. Just it didn't work out. People outgrow each other. Circumstances change. Things different. You might have fallen in love early. You might fall out of love. Either way, you know, you might have kids and things don't work out. But we gotta normalize. Like it's okay to break up and still be cordial, still be friends. You know, still co-parent. Like it's just it don't have to always be bad. And understanding.
Yeah. So do you have a Valentine?
It's funny because I asked one person like a month ago. I texted them, hey, and they never wrote me back. Like that was like 3 weeks ago. So no. I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think that what we were discussing in our last episode was, for the most part, like you really could be your own Valentine, right? You can, treat yourself, right? So I don't know if you agree, but like Angela and I was talking in the last episode about basically treating yourself and taking yourself out. You don't need to wait for someone to buy you flowers or to buy you candy. You can do all those things yourself. So how do you feel about that?
I feel like it's good self-love. And I also feel like, you know, it is special too. You know, you want to feel wanted, you want to feel special. But I don't want people that don't get it to feel like, oh, if I didn't get it or I don't have a man or at Valentine's that I'm not special, I'm not nobody. Like that's the thing I don't like about this holiday. Because you are loved. Like you were loved by your children. You might not have the perfect spouse, but you might have the perfect mom or the perfect grandma or the perfect kids. Somebody somewhere loves you, and that's all that's important.
Yeah. And that's what I agree. I do agree with that. I think that, like Angela was saying, that her kids give her something, or her brother might stop by her, you guys give your mom something. So I think that, you're absolutely right that the
I feel like as women, you don't get like 20 guys a day like asking you to be your Valentine's. Like, I know your DM must be flooded. Like,
Angela, you can answer that question.
What? Actually, this year for me, my DM is completely dry.
The DM is like dry.
I'm anti. So yeah, I've been in my own little world. So to be honest, I don't talk to nobody. I don't have no drama with nobody. So nobody hits me up. So I'm good with that. I am happy. And like I said, I don't really